motion to adjourn the work session?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Work session adjourned, and we'll move right into our monthly meeting. So, good evening and welcome to the Vernon Township Supervisors meeting for June 3rd, 2021. And start with Supervisor Schneider will lead us in prayer and salute to the flag.
Bless us as we gather today for this meeting. Guide our minds and our hearts so that we will work for the good of our community and help all your people. Teach us to be generous in our outlook, courageous in face of difficulty, and wise in our decisions.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call, Ron?
Snyder.
Here.
Maloney.
Here.
Viera.
Present.
Wagner. Here. Smith.
Here.
Okay, thank you. Citizen comments this evening?
None.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
How do you know?
I thought, sorry, I was on correspondence already. I was jumping ahead. Ashley took up so much time, I was trying to speed stuff along.
Okay. I like your positivity there. So. Okay, approval of the minutes. Approval of minutes from the May 6th regular meeting. Motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Motion.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Motion to direct treasurer to issue checks for the approved vouchers due for payment.
I'll make that motion.
Motion.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Motion to ratify payroll for the employees from April 25th, 2021 through May 29th, and the supervisor's pay.
So moved.
Motion.
Second.
Second. All in favor? Excuse me. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. We've already established there's no correspondence, so
Yep.
let's move right into the police report. So Rob, you're taking care of that this evening?
Yeah, the chief's on vacation, so I said I'd read his report for him. Let's see here. They had 161 calls for the month, 12 traffic accidents. Did want me to note that there has been a little bit of an uptick in traffic accidents with the nice weather. People just traveling a little too fast, so be cautious when you're out there. They had 10 traffic stops for violations, which resulted in 4 citations, 6 warnings. Let's see, they had 7 court hearings, all of them criminal, and they traveled 2,655 miles throughout the township. Once again, the scams on the phone calls, if you're getting phone calls from people saying to send them money and stuff, just hang up. If anybody's going to contact you, it's going to be from the IRS or something like that. It's going to be on official letterhead. So look for that. If you have any questions, please contact the police department. They'll be more than happy to help you out with any of those issues. And that's the report for the police department.
Great. Any questions on the police report? Okay, thank you. Moving right along into the road report, Ludwig Zarabinski, Roadmaster.
Thank you, Chairman Maloney. Good evening, Supervisors. Today's road report, we checked roads after storms 3 different times, the 3rd, the 5th, and the 10th. Cleaned up down tree limbs, and that on West Vernon, Swamp, Putnam, and Van Horn roads. Cleaned up leaf dams on Sportsman, Hollis, Cutter, Coleman, Middle, and Hank Street. Ditch cleaning on Faust, Middle, Brooks, West Vernon, and Bailey roads. Repaired a catch basin and washout at the bottom of Hollis Hill. On May 10th, we had a power outage to meet out in traffic light and hooked up the portable generator for 45 minutes. We cut berms on Cotton and Scenic Drive for preparation for the seal coating. Finished crack sealing project. The roads that were all sealed were Cutter, Baco, Port, Airport, Brooks, Culver, Dean, Peninsula, Turner, Elk, Coleman, Roche Park Drive, Cotton, the front township lot here, Reynolds and Williams. And we did Deborah, Kevin, and Tracy. And we finished out on, we got most of South Watson Run done from 322 to Hollis. Just a short section we ran out on. Mowed berms, the roundabout, and boom mowed brush along the roads and at intersections. Helped sweep the sidewalk on Smock Bridge. Cleaned 6 traffic light controllers and changed air filters in them. On sign upgrades, 3 new double arrow signs, one at Car Hill and Cutter intersection, Car Hill and Hollis intersection, and Middle and Brooks intersection. On equipment maintenance, truck 4 changed oil, filters, and grease. Truck 5 left front axle, brake line, and union replaced. Truck 15 changed oil, filters, and greased. John Deere boom mower tractor, a new rear hydraulic hose, and greased. The new Ford F550 was delivered on the 13th. I imagine we're calling it truck 21.
Yep.
Rust proofed and lettered. And on the May 8th, we held our cleanup day. 163 plus loads were brought in. I'd like to thank Supervisors Dawn and Fritz for helping with that. And if it wouldn't have been such a rainy day, I think we would have a bigger turnout. But everybody had a cleanup that day, and that weather said their turnout, their response is down also. Salisbury's and Summits we were down. That's all I have to say.
Okay, great. Any questions on the road report? Yeah, the cleanup day went really pretty well. It was down a little, but we've seen a down trend. People are cleaning up, and I think they're very positive. I had a lot of positive comments, and people were very generous with the donations for the fire departments. I know. I think you've got over $400.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's great. Nothing else, then? Okay, thank you. Admin zoning report, Robert Horvath, manager.
Good evening, Supervisors. For zoning and planning, the Township Planning Commission did meet in May to review the PTG Properties replot of lands that is before you for approval tonight. Both the Township and County Planning Commissions have reviewed it and recommend its approval tonight. Also under zoning and planning, we continue to have discussions with multiple developers about several properties on the Carnet corridor. Hopefully soon these talks will come to fruition. Administratively, I'm happy to report the new website is up and operational. It was a much needed update, and Star Marketing did a great job with it. I encourage everybody to check it out. I think they did a great job. Like Lud mentioned, we took delivery of the new F550. I want to thank Darren with US Municipal and Chester with McCandless Ford for all their help in getting the truck built. Much of this month was spent reviewing and attending virtual and in-person meetings regarding the American Rescue Planning Act and how we were able to spend our allocation of $561,864.34. This money will come in two distributions. The first will be arriving later this month, and we will have until 2024 to allocate this money, and it has to be spent by 2026. With some careful planning, I think we'll be able to continue our recent aggressive paving program and make some needed infrastructure improvements in our parks. With this funding, that can be accomplished without using our capital fund and using very little from the general fund, so it'll be a big savings to the township, leaving the township with a bright financial future. Speaking of the parks, they've been open now for some time and seem to be getting good use. We look forward to a busy summer at them. I will ask everyone to use caution when entering Roach Park. We have a paving project scheduled for the main drive this summer, and there's going to be some prep work leading up to that. So throughout the next month or so, our guys are going to be in there patching and stuff, getting it ready to be paved. So just use caution when you're pulling in there. Should be minimal disruption to the park, but please keep an eye out for workers. And finally, I just want to note, I don't know if you guys noticed today, but the roundabout lettering was fixed. They fixed it today, so the lettering that was damaged in 2 separate accidents, so that's back up there. They fixed it today. So that's my report.
Great. Any questions for Rob?
Yeah, on Roach Park, the trees, are we pretty caught up down there
Yeah.
with the dead ones?
Well, there's still a lot of dead ones. We got the dangerous ones, but I think that's going to be something we're going to continue to have to address over the next couple of years. Unfortunately, the ash borers kill a lot of the trees, and we'll just have to kind of selectively take them down as needed. But right now, we're in a good spot. I mean, we eliminated dangerous situations and some other ones, but it's something we're just gonna have to slowly work on throughout the next couple of years, and we'll get it taken care of.
Okay. Yeah, I know there's a lot of,
Yeah. Anything else for Rob? No. That's good news on the roundabout. I know that was kind of a big,
Yeah, it wasn't bad when it said Vernon was hip, but then it just said hip. You know.
well, I meant just the whole process of getting those letters. And
Yeah, no, it was an adventure. So the one letter was completely damaged and needed to be remade. And unfortunately, the company that we got them through originally, the PennDOT got them through when they bid the project out, those were actually a product of Mexico. So we had to get one letter made down there and shipped up here to the foundry in Pittsburgh to refinish the other letter. It was quite the process to get those letters.
What happens if that happens again?
yeah.
Well, as long as we catch them, which we should, because you're not gonna hit that and keep moving, insurance pays for it, so,
And that happened here with no problem?
yeah. So, no issues, I mean, it's just an unfortunate thing, and we have to deal with the letters being, knocked off for a time, but,
One of the advantages of the roundabout design, if you remember when that was first going, we spent a lot of time on the block selection, because at that time, there was a Sagertown accident, which actually tore apart the wall. So we selected a larger, heavier, and more industrial block, and I don't think any of those have moved.
no, the blocks,
Yeah.
is solid.
Ain't those called mafia blocks or something?
No,
Or something. I don't know, they still want one.
anything else then for Rob? Yeah. Okay, engineers report, Ashley Porter. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisors and Presidents. Short report this month. We haven't seen a lot of construction like we would normally see in Vernon Township. However, as Rob mentioned, we've been deluged with calls looking for development. I believe they're gauging the market, as we discussed earlier, with the price of materials and construction costs. So I think what we'll see once those markets settle out with Vernon, you'll see the dust flying in Vernon and construction projects again. So don't anybody worry about what's not going on, because we see Vernon still moving ahead with development.
Great. Anything for Ashley? The Days Inn property looks fantastic.
Pardon?
The Days Inn project,
Really?
it's really nice. Are they ready? I'd see they're all rented and everything?
Yeah, there's, as far as I'm aware, there's occupancy there. There's still, ultimately, you'll see some more improvements, landscaping and so forth.
Yeah, golf has somebody
I
that
think
is
so.
living there.
Oh, there,
Yeah.
okay, there is occupancy then. Wow.
Yeah.
That-
Turn that area quite substantially. I
Yeah,
think.
right.
It really is nice.
Is
For sure.
Texas Roadhouse, any kind of
Uh,
reaction there?
We were just talking about that. Again, we're hearing a lot of buzz out there, but we haven't seen anything yet. So Rob's checking the mailbox every day, I think, for what's going to come in, and as soon as anything comes in, we'll keep it moving.
Yeah. Good.
Great. Move into the solicitor report, Jeff Millen, our solicitor.
Good evening, Supervisors. We're finalizing the Smucker's Big Heart transactions for the sales of those properties, and everything seems to be falling into place at this point. I think we might actually be able to close as early as next week, so ahead of our closing date. So that's moving along pretty well, and I think we're in good shape there. We finalized everything with regard to the vacation of the streets, and those ordinances have been recorded at the courthouse, so I think we're in good shape there, and that's all I have.
Okay, great. Any questions for Jeff, Steve? Nope. Thank you, Jeff. New business, motion to approve resolution 2021-14, Community Development Block Grant, Coronavirus CDBG-CV revision.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
There's a motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, thank you. We went over this at our work session. Rob is basically just moving the money that was left.
Yeah, they're moving some money from the administrative side to the project side.
Right. Motion to approve township road closure application.
So moved.
Motion,
Second.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. It was also gone over, we covered this at our work session, that we have an application for road closure if it's needed. Motion to approve the Pennsylvania Toll Gauge Properties Land replot.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, that was basically just moving some property lines. Old business, motion to accept bid for township lot known as tax ID parcels 6507-094-4.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, we also went over this at our work session, that we opened the bid. It was what, $59.95?
Yes.
$5,995. All right.
Don, we need to advertise for the hearing for next month for the
Oh, right.
ordinance change. So we need a motion to advertise for an ordinance change
So moved.
on July 1st at 6:30.
Second.
Well, we have a motion and a second on the meeting for July 1st at 6:30.
Yep, with the
For
work
the
session.
conditional use hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, so you will take care of that then, Rob?
Yep.
Great, thank you for pointing that out. Brings us to upcoming meetings. July 1st, be here before we know it. Can't believe it's June already, so be the Vernon Township Supervisors. We'll have the conditional hearing at 6:30, followed by the work session, and then followed by the supervisor meeting at 7:30. So with this, we'll go with supervisor comment, please. Joe?
I think really what I want to discuss tonight is the upcoming Flag Day. And I think what I'd like to say is that if anybody knows a veteran, just to say thank you.
Great. Thank you. Gary?
As the chief indicated, there was jump in traffic accidents over the last month, and it's because the weather's nicer, people are traveling a lot more, so I would just urge them to please be careful. You know, we finally got some decent weather, we're about out from underneath that nightmare, and with 4th of July coming up, about a month away, let's have a good time. So just be careful, that's all I urge you. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Fritz?
Just a couple things here on cleanup day. As Led was pointing out, it was another beautiful day. Rained the whole time, I think.
Remember?
Yeah, I did that too. I think the number one item that I saw was probably grills. I can't imagine how many people get rid of a grill all the time. But I'd like to do a shout out or a thank you to Tri-County. I mean, I've done this now, I think 4 times, the cleanup day. And those guys come up, they bring up their trucks, and it's unbelievable how hard that they work right next to us or next to our road crew and people like that. And they're just a terrific, it's just a very, it's unbelievable because I don't necessarily think they have to work that hard, do they, Lud?
No. They appreciate the food that
Yeah.
we provide, and
Yeah,
they work hard.
it's just, what a great bunch of guys. I mean, and it was well worth it. Like Led said, it was down somewhat this year, but I don't know. I think everybody in Vernon has a trailer now. You know what I mean? I can't believe how many Central Tractors sold. I mean, they just keep coming. But and then also on COVID, I mean, I think we're really kind of at the end of the tunnel. And places I'm going now, the mask requirement with if you've been vaccinated and things like that, that's been lessened or loosened up on, and it's just nice. I think we're, by the time July 4th hits and all, I think we'll be pretty much back to normal, so that's good. It's been a long haul. That's all.
Has, for sure. Yeah. I think maybe on the grills, the stimulus maybe helped with that.
You can't believe. I'd always have to go get a drink when they came.
Probably,
Up the
yeah.
girls.
There were a lot of grills, for sure.
Yeah.
Greg?
Well, what Fred says, in the defense of the owners, girls don't have that great of a life expectancy.
No.
But it was good to see that the cleanup day is a great thing that the township does. Obviously, the weather was not very, at least Pennsylvania, what are you gonna do? You don't know what it's gonna do.
But these guys, they all have the equipment, or the outfits to wear. I'm out there in my golf jacket, in my tennis shoes. I mean,
Golf all the time.
I know.
You cannot do it.
but no, I gotta invest in some proper attire gear.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I have.
Okay, thank you. I'd just like to thank Armstrong Utilities for televising our meeting this evening, and the Meadville Tribune for covering it. And congratulate all the new high school and college graduates that we have. And please have a safe summer. That, like a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion and second. Meeting adjourned.